Hey guys, it's Miskatonic here. Today we're going to be playing Europa Universalis 3 Divine Wind with a mod called Occultus Orbis Terrestre. Now this mod is very cool. It's based on the idea that exploration in vanilla EU was a little boring, just in the sense that we know what the world looks like. We're born in the present day. We've all seen maps. We know where to go, where to explore. So this mod is designed to make exploration fun again, to throw you curveballs. So we'll see exactly what that means. Well, this mod adds places that the ancient peoples thought existed, places that old maps had listed on them. That turned out not to be real. So, for example, over here, west of England, we have Thule, which was an island thought to be located out here. I think it was Norwegian. I don't know the history exactly. Brazil Island was a phantom island, I guess, west of Ireland. The Irish believed that it would show up at certain times or just disappeared into the mist, that kind of thing. Over here, I'm not sure exactly what this island is. I think it was just one of those nameless islands that showed up on maps. For North America, they added the Northwest Passage, which was that fabled water crossing from the Pacific to the Atlantic that explorers like James Cook tried to find. This mod presumes that it's real, and I assume that you can move boats through this. I haven't actually played far enough to be able to do that, but I assume you can. Also in the New World, we have California as an island, which it was thought to be for quite a long time. You were also able to play as the Queen of California, which was another belief by Europeans who thought there was an independent queen who ruled a nation called California. So you can play as her if you'd like. We have some of the 7 cities of gold, like Cibola, Quivira. These are sort of like El Dorado, just another lost city of gold. Speaking of El Dorado, they do have that down here in South America. As well as Los Cesares, which was another one of the 7 cities of gold. And over here we have Antillia, which was an old Iberian legend, I guess, that I don't know, detailed some fabled land to the west. We have the famous Atlantis out here in the middle of the Atlantic. They placed it in the, I guess you could say, historical location given by Plato. He said it was west of the Pillars of Hercules, which is the Straits of Gibraltar here. So that's where they put it, pretty close to the Azores. And in Europe, everything's the same. The map they use for this mod, I believe, is an old Death and Taxes map. It's still really nice, fun to play. In Africa, they made more of the Sahara colonizable, and they added some tribes here, which I'm not sure. I don't know the significance of them. They might have been actual tribes that they just added into the region, or they might have been fabled in the same sense as Atlantis and such. This is new as well. They added a connection from the Congo tribe to the east of Africa, to Swahili. And they also added Prester John here, which was a European belief that beyond all the Mongols, all the Islamic peoples, all the heathens, there was a kingdom of Christians, and it was sort of a utopia, sort of a like a heaven on earth kind of deal. And I guess modern scholars believe that Ethiopia was the root of that legend, in the sense that it was a Christian kingdom and it was located beyond Muslims and beyond heathens, I guess you'd say. And other than that, Africa is pretty much the same. It's more fun to play here. I was definitely considering doing a Prester John playthrough. It's always fun to colonize Africa. In the Indian Ocean, they added the fabled lost continent of Lemuria, which was it came about as a theory to explain how lemurs could get from Madagascar to India, because they were found on both places. And now we know that plate tectonics shift continents, and there possibly was a connection somehow, but a scientist put forward the theory that there was a land bridge from India to Madagascar, and he called it Lemuria, based off the lemurs, where he developed the theory from. And in this game, it's here. It is playable, and it has different histories, different cultures on different parts of it. Some of them are made up. These are the old Lemurians, and in the south, these are the old Lemurians, and in the north, these are, I think, Hindu invaders. I'm not sure how you'd say it. I think Asakti is a real sect. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look that up. But this is the old Lemuria. This is the more Hinduized, through their talking with India, Lemuria. But anyway, in the Pacific, let's start with Australia. In Australia, we have a lot more provinces, which makes it more interesting to colonize. And we also have the Australian Sea, which was a common belief for early colonists that in the middle of the desert there was this ocean, or lake, I guess. And in this mod, that's actually true. And because of that body of water in the middle, the rest of it is more colonizable, I suppose. And then in the Pacific, we have the last of the lost continents. We have Mu. And Mu, in history, or pseudo-history, I guess, it was based off of a Mayan writing, I believe, and it was mistranslated or I don't know, fabricated, I guess, by some explorer who tried to, justify the Mayans' achievements by saying, oh, they were the product of an advanced civilization from elsewhere. It couldn't have been them who did it. Obviously, it had to be the work of someone more advanced. But anyway, it came about by him, and in this mod, Mu was originally inhabited by the Mirror people, who worshipped the bones of dinosaurs and called them dragons, and that's their religion, the dragon gods. And slowly, the Mirror have been displaced by the invading Polynesians, who, as in real life, started sailing across the Pacific, but in this history, they reached this gigantic continent of Mu and started invading, almost like a Mongol force. And they're doing very well. There's very few natives left, and I've actually tried to play one of the Mirror tribes, and it's very hard. The Polynesians' units are better in every way. I think they tech faster somehow. I don't know. It's a very interesting part of the world, though. And for this Let's Play, I debated between Prester John, but they haven't been fleshed out in the same way that Atlantis has, and Atlantis just has more missions, it has more flavor, it has its own tech group, its own unit group, so there's more to it. I think it'd be a more interesting playthrough. And it's very hard. I've tried it a few times as the Malakranoi, which is a warlord state. Just for some background, Atlantis used to be a unified power. It used to be a world-spanning empire. They had conquered Greece, they had conquered Spain, they'd spanned a good portion of Europe, and then in the Cataclysm, I suppose, the one that Plato referred to in history, I guess this part of it sank. I assume is what happened in this timeline, because Plato wrote that the city sank, the main city of Atlantis, which was in the middle, ringed by water outwards. And I suppose this is the part of it that sank. And after that cataclysm, Atlantis fractured into warlord states, into two merchant republics. They have Eterpia and they have Arsinoe, are both merchant republics. There's this Beneptus Mio, which is a geniocracy. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but they're a one province minor with a university, I guess, is their advantage. And I haven't tried them. I assume it'd be difficult, but I haven't given it a shot. And then, and it also fractured into two different religions. There's Hellenismos, which is the precursor to Hellenism, explaining, how the Greeks got their religion, their culture. It came from Atlantis, right? And it kind of, I see it as two different takes on Atlantis in popular culture. There's the, more down-to-earth historical view of Atlantis as a powerful nation in history that had lasting influence on the world. And this is what the Hellenismos are. It's the precursor to the Greek state and the Greek republics and all that in history, city-states. And the other religion is the Anazism, which is a take on the belief nowadays in Atlantis that is more New Agey. It's like more crystal ball-y, pseudo, I don't know, it's more weird, I guess you could say. And so this is, they have oracles, they have crystal power, crystal magic, or crystal, I don't know, they use crystals to power things. It takes a new agey look at Atlantis. And so that's just, I thought that was a good idea on the mod developers' part, just to have those two reflections of Atlantis portrayed in the mod. And so for us in this Let's Play, we're going to play as the Arsinoe. It's a merchant republic. I've tried many times as a warlord state to unify Atlantis, and it's really hard. I run out of money quite frequently. I get my ass handed to me over and over again. So I'm going to try as the Merchant Republic, thinking that the money that they earn will go a long way to unifying the continent. So anyway, that will be happening in the next episode. Thank you for watching.